had been sealed for 40 years until construction workers accidentally discovered it.
Welcome to the latest issue of Top Secret. Hidden deep in the dark corners of Earth are places so strange they baffle scientists. From mysterious circles appearing overnight to ghostly sounds echoing from underground. From buildings disappearing without a trace to forests where no one dares to enter. What you're about to witness will challenge all conventional logic and make you question.
Do we really understand everything about this planet? Let's explore with Top Secret right now. Uluru is a magnificent natural wonder in central Australia, within Uluru-Kata-Juta National Park.
It's a massive orange-brown rock standing isolated in the semi-desert region, looking incredibly magical. From base to summit, Uluru stands 348 meters tall, with a length of over 3.5 kilometers and width of 3 kilometers. As you can see, Uluru is truly enormous. Not only is it massive in size, but this rock is also very ancient. It's estimated to be around 680 million years old. Indigenous people consider Uluru a sacred rock.
According to their beliefs, this place was once inhabited by spirits. The owner of the rock is a water python living on the summit, and the spirit of the black lizard resides on the slopes.
Aboriginal people consider protecting this land their sacred duty. Therefore, in 2019, this area was closed to tourists. By 2020, 3D images of this rock were also removed from Google services. It's hard to believe such a massive rock exists in the middle of the semi-desert. So how did it come to be here? The truth is this area hasn't always been as it is now.
About 550 million years ago, this place had many high mountain ranges.
But over time,
under the influence of natural forces,
most of those mountains eroded and collapsed. However, Uluru withstood all challenges and today
has become a unique wonder for people to admire. Mountain climbers often aspire to conquer as many of the world's highest peaks as possible. Among them, Mount Everest is certainly the highest and most famous.
But there are still some high mountains that humans have never set foot on.
A typical example is Kongar Punsan Peak, located on the border between Bhutan and China. With an altitude of 7,570 meters above sea level, it's the 40th highest mountain in the world. Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel is very not only for its high-quality service or stunning natural scenery. What attracts people are the mysterious stories associated with this place.
Located in Alberta, Canada, this hotel was built in 1888 and has hosted many famous figures like Marilyn Monroe and Winston Churchill. During construction, workers made a mistake, forgetting to leave space for windows in one room. To cover up this error, they sealed the entire room. This room was only rediscovered in 1926 after a major fire,
and was subsequently used as a storage room.
However, hotel staff report that no one can stay alone in this room
because of an indescribable fear and anxiety as soon as they enter.
However, the most famous mysterious story at Fairmont Banff Springs isn't that secret room, but rather room 873. For years, guests staying in this room have complained about the presence of disturbing spirits. People tell of handprints appearing on mirrors, ghostly laughter, and the sound of a child crying. Even the strange movement of objects. The story tells that a couple and their young daughter were murdered here. But the legend of Fairmont Banff Springs doesn't stop there.
According to accounts from guests and staff, this hotel is also home to many other ghosts.
The most famous is the ghost of a bride in a white dress, often seen dancing in the hallway.
Another ghost is the butler, who often appears with a friendly smile, opening doors for guests.
Clearly, this hotel is shrouded in a mysterious atmosphere, and if you are a fan of supernatural phenomena, then Fairmont Banff Springs is a must-visit destination when you come to Canada. The character Count Dracula is certainly one of the most famous figures in the horror film world. He became famous through the novel by Irish writer Bram Stoker. I believe many of you know that the prototype of this character is Vlad Tepes, a prince of Wallachia, whom people also call Vlad Dracula.
Of course, Vlad Tepes was not a vampire, but his difficult life gradually pushed him into the abyss of madness,
making him full of anger and cruelty. The kingdom of Wallachia, where Vlad Tepes ruled in the 15th century, is now located in the territory of Romania. One of the most famous tourist attractions in this country is Bran Castle, often called Dracula's Castle.
However, according to historical records, Vlad Dracula never lived in this castle.
Some historians believe he only stayed here for a few nights during military campaigns. Others believe he liked the area around Bran and often visited this place for hunting. In fact, Bran Castle became famous largely thanks to Bram Stoker. In his novel, he described Dracula's castle with features almost identical to Bran Castle. That's why fans of the book and films about Dracula have flocked here in droves. Even though no actual ghosts or Dracula exist here, Bran remains a destination that attracts tourists who love horror stories. Greenland Canyon. Many conspiracy theorists believe there are advanced civilizations hidden underground, even beneath thick ice layers.
According to them, these creatures choose to live in remote places to avoid human intrusion.
It may sound far-fetched, but recent scientific discoveries have revealed that beneath Greenland's ice lies many strange things. In 2013, scientists from the University of Bristol and NASA conducted research on Greenland using modern technologies like radar.
They made it globally shocking discovery. Beneath the ice layer about 3,000 meters thick lies a massive canyon. This canyon is up to 740 kilometers long, stretching from the highest point in central Greenland to the Petermann Glacier on the northwest coast, and at least 10 kilometers wide.
Scientists believe this canyon formed about 4 million years ago, even before Greenland was covered in ice.
It's very likely that it was once part of a massive river system from that era.
Coral Castle, located near Homestead,
Florida, is a destination that impresses not only with its beauty but also with its mysterious history.
Surprisingly, Coral Castle was completed in 1951 by just one person, Edward Leigh Scully. He started this project in 1920, right after his fiancée left him just before the wedding. It seems Edward was so heartbroken by this betrayal that he poured all his energy into work to forget the pain. Edward worked after dark to avoid attention. What's special is that Coral Castle was built from massive stones, some weighing up to 30 tons. This makes many people wonder how Edward could move and stack such large stones alone. Many people don't believe he could complete this project without assistance. They think Edward had contact with extraterrestrial civilizations, and these beings helped him build the castle. Edward never revealed his secret, but he once claimed. As mentioned earlier, Edward claimed that he had discovered the secret of ancient civilizations.
Specifically how they moved multi-ton stone blocks using only primitive tools.
This is what enabled him to build Coral Castle without help from anyone. The mysterious running photo. In a photo posted anonymously online, the author only revealed that it captured a secret running wire somewhere, but did not clearly explain the meaning of this phrase and later deleted the photo.
At first glance, the photo appears to depict a crack in an agricultural field with water flowing into this crack.
If you observe carefully, you will see these streams of water flowing down areas of soil erosion. From the image, it can be inferred that this farm is equipped with a special irrigation system. However, the photo still looks quite strange, and the story about the secret farm mentioned by the author remains unclear.
Perhaps the author wants to reveal that this is a place producing genetically modified products.
That's just my hypothesis. What do you think? Share your views in the comments section. Carolina Bays, USA. Carolina Bays is a unique natural area that even scientists have not been able to fully explain.
These elliptical and circular depressions are located along the eastern coast of the United States. with X not exceeding 3 meters in diameters ranging from 100 to 12,000 meters.
If you look at the satellite image of this area, you'll see a special pattern created by thousands of water pools.
Currently, many depressions have disappeared after being plowed and filled, but initially, there were at least 500,000 such holes. Carolina bays are not only special due to their unique elliptical shape, but also because of their diverse ecosystem.
This area is home to many species of animals and birds. Some pools occasionally dry up but are later replenished by rain or groundwater. There are many speculations about the origin of these strange depressions. Their shape has sparked hypotheses about alien intervention. However, scientists have proposed several scientific theories. They believe that long ago, after a giant meteor broke apart in the atmosphere, its fragments fell into this area, creating the depressions, similar to meteor craters. Another scientific hypothesis suggests that Carolina bays were once ancient lakes existing about 95,000 years ago. The Eye of the Sahara.
The Sahara is the world's largest desert, spanning over 8.5 million square kilometers.
That's all sand, you.
The Sahara holds many mysteries, including the Eye of the Sahara, also known as Richat. This structure is located in Mauritania, near the town of Ouaddaine. With a diameter of about 50 kilometers, Richat looks like someone's eye,
or like circles on children's toys when viewed from above. From the air, the Eye of the Sahara can be seen from space, and has long been a landmark for astronauts observing Earth from orbit. Its unique shape has become the subject of many debates about its origin. Those who believe in alien theories think that this is not a natural phenomenon but a sign for aliens to monitor Earth. However, scientists do not believe aliens are involved in the creation of the Eye of the Sahara. They suggest that Richat formed during the late Precambrian and Ordovician periods. Scientists estimate the oldest ring to be about 500 million years old. They believe this structure formed due to erosion when part of the Earth's crust was uplifted.
However, this hypothesis has not been proven, nor has the theory of alien intervention.
As you can see, sometimes even scientists cannot decode the mysteries on our planet. The Sgurryd Mountain Inn in the small village of Llanfihangel, Crwcorney, Wales,
has existed since the 14th century.
According to historical records, it was once a stop for soldiers under the leadership of Wales
Owen Glendower, when they participated in a rebellion against King Henry IV. Now, this inn is famous for many mysterious and bloody stories.
It is believed that in the 17th century, the main floor of the building was used as a courtroom. Even many death sentences were carried out right here, mainly by hanging. It's no surprise that this inn has a bad reputation, and many believe the spirits of criminals still linger within its walls. Many visitors to the Sgurryd Mountain Inn have witnessed eerie phenomena. They hear ghostly laughter, creepy music, and invisible footsteps. See shadows gliding by and feel chilling drafts of air. The most famous ghost here is the spirit of Judge Geoffrey,
who sentenced many prisoners to death here in the 17th century. He was famous for his brutality and almost always sentenced people to death.
In addition, there are the ghosts of priest Henry Vaughan, criminal John Crowther, and a mysterious woman in a white dress. Indeed, this place contains many unquiet souls of the deceased.
It's no surprise that many projects and television programs about supernatural phenomena are filmed at this inn.
Moai, the famous giant statues on Chile's Easter Island, are magnificent sculptures depicting human faces. These statues demonstrate the cultural development and creativity of the Polynesian people, who discovered and settled on the island in 1200 AD. There are currently 887 Moai statues on the island, each with distinct features.
The average height of the statues ranges from 3 to 5 meters and they weigh about 5 tons. The process of creating Moai required tremendous effort, from quarrying the stone to transporting them.
What's astonishing is how the Polynesians moved these giant stones to their current locations remains an unsolved mystery. The local people of Easter Island still believe that the giant Moai statues contain the ancient power of their ancestors, making this island an ideal place to live for centuries.
However, researchers of mysterious phenomena have a different perspective.
They believe these stone blocks are evidence that the Polynesians
once had contact with extraterrestrial races.
The Nazca Lines.
Among mysterious phenomena, geoglyphs are a topic of particular interest to conspiracy theorists. These giant images on the ground are truly impressive in both scale and perfect precision.
Perhaps the most famous among them are the Nazca Lines located on the Nazca Plateau in southern Peru.
This plateau stretches over 50 kilometers, containing 143 drawings of animals and insects, 13,000 lines and at least 700 geometric shapes. The Nazca Lines have become subjects of study not only for conspiracy theory enthusiasts,
but also for scientists. A notable example is German researcher Maria Reich, who dedicated most of her life to studying this area and successfully had the Nazca Lines recognized as a World Heritage Site. But the question remains,
who created these giant drawings?
Archaeologists believe they are related to the Nazca culture, who lived in this region during the first 6 centuries of the Common Era.
To create the necessary images, the Nazca people cleared areas of rocky ground
and arranged
stones along specific outlines.
However, the true purpose of creating these drawings remains a mystery. Some experts suggest they may have performed rituals to worship gods, or observed stars from these drawings.
Moving to another mysterious structure, Stonehenge was built during the Neolithic period,
and remains a major puzzle to this day. Scientists still cannot be certain who erected this structure and for what purpose.
Stonehenge is located in Wiltshire, England, consisting of a giant circle of megalithic stones. These stones are over 4 meters tall and more than 2 meters wide, with the largest stone weighing about 25 tons. On top of the stone pillars are horizontal stones, longer than 3 meters.
This structure is truly massive, and when recalling that Stonehenge began construction during the Neolithic period, a big question arises. How could ancient people move and arrange these giant stones on top of each other?
This question has puzzled scientists for many years.
According to legend, Stonehenge was built by the wizard Merlin with the help of giants.
However, scientists have a different hypothesis, suggesting that local indigenous people or ancient strangers found ways to move these heavy stones using primitive tools and animals.
The true purpose of Stonehenge remains a mystery. Some believe this site could be a form of altar, based on human remains found here.
In the Belfort River Valley in Wyoming, USA, there is an impressive natural wonder called Devil's Tower. This solitary rock attracts attention not only for its pristine beauty but also for its astonishing height of up to 1,558 meters above sea level, with an area of approximately 5.5 square kilometers. Each year, hundreds of tourists from around the world come to admire this unique natural wonder. However, Devil's Tower is also associated with mysterious legends about its origin.
According to a Native American legend, this mountain appeared after a giant bear attacked a group of young girls.
As they were returning home from the riverbank,
the girls prayed for help from the gods, and the gods took pity, lifting a piece of land high to protect them from the wild beast.
Native people also consider Devil's Tower a sacred place, believing the mountain was created by an elemental god living atop the tower. When the god becomes angry, a terrible storm occurs. When humans please the god, he sends rain to relieve the drought. However, scientists had a different explanation for the origin of Devil's Tower. About 200 million years ago, this area was once an ocean. Due to intense geological activity, a volcanic eruption occurred and gradually solidified underwater.
As the water receded, this natural wonder made of volcanic rock emerged in a semi-desert area.
The Tower of London is one of the most famous landmarks in London, attracting large numbers of tourists. However, few know that it also conceals horrifying secrets. Within the Tower of London's grounds, there is a prison that once held many powerful figures.
The first prisoner was held here in 1190. Among the famous people once imprisoned were King John II of France and King James I of Scotland.
Besides being a place of confinement, the Tower of London also witnessed many executions and assassinations. The most mysterious story that occurred in the Tower prison is the disappearance of 2 young princes. Edward V, aged 12, and his younger brother Richard, Duke of York, aged 10. The two boys were the sons of King Edward IV and Elizabeth Woodville. The disappearance occurred in 1483, shortly after their father's death. It is believed that the prince's uncle, Richard of Gloucester, who was appointed as protector for Edward V, was involved in this tragedy. After Edward V's coronation was repeatedly postponed, no one expected both Prince Edward V and his younger brother Richard of York to mysteriously vanish. When they disappeared, Richard of Gloucester, the boy's uncle, ascended the throne and became king. Until 1674, during renovations to the tower, that two sets of children, King Charles II, the reigning monarch at the time, quickly recognized them as the remains of the two princes, and ordered them to be solemnly buried in Westminster Abbey, under the names Edward V and Richard of York. Devil's Bridge. Bridge, this is one of Germany. The bridge is surrounded by lush green trees and a crystal-clear lake. This structure is located in a landscape park in the city of Gorlitz. Its history began in 1844 when Friedrich Hermann Rotschke decided to create a park in the English style, including paths, artificial quays, rocks, and a stone bridge. To realize this vision, he had to import basalt slabs from Switzerland, the main stone used to build Devil's Bridge. Special is that when viewing the bridge and its reflection on the water, strangely, to this day, it's still not clearly known who the architect of this arched bridge was. With its perfect shape and artificial stone details like surrounding serrations, many speculate that the devil himself built it. Whoever the true creator may be, it must be acknowledged that this bridge truly possesses a mysterious and captivating. Although it has been closed to visitors, many still venture to climb over it to take spectacular photos. Cemeteries remind us of the brevity and fragility of life. And some cemeteries, in their silence, carry a frightening beauty that sends a shiver down the spine of anyone who sets foot there. One such location is Highgate Cemetery, located in North London. This cemetery opened in 1839 and quickly became popular among the local elite. At that time, the Gothic style was still prevalent, associated with deep reflections on life and death. Today, Highgate Cemetery stands out with numerous Gothic-style crosses and monuments. But what attracts visitors here is not only the magnificent sculptures, but also the eerie stories of vampires hiding in the most luxurious tombs. Additionally, writer Bram Stoker worked here while writing his novel Dracula, adding to the mysterious allure of this place. Therefore, if you are a fan of Gothic art and vampire stories, Highgate will definitely be your favorite destination when visiting London. The Eternal Flame. In Chestnut Ridge Park, near Buffalo, New York, there is a unique location where the two elements of water and fire blend together miraculously. You might think that fire and water cannot coexist, but when witnessing this scene, you will exclaim because it is truly miraculous. For a long time, it was believed that this eternal flame was maintained by natural gas escaping from rock crevices and igniting when encountering heated ancient shale. Even when approaching the waterfall, you can still smell the distinct odor of gas. However, the story is not that simple. According to indigenous legend, this eternal flame was lit long ago by their great ancestors, powerful shamans. Previously, scientists did not believe this legend, but by 2013, they were forced to acknowledge that the shale in the cliffs did not reach sufficient temperature for the gas to self-ignite. This means that current science still cannot explain why this flame can burn forever, especially when it is located beneath a waterfall, where water should extinguish the flame. Therefore, the Enfield Flame Waterfall deserves to be considered one of the most unique places in the world.